What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Beau, here to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on anything going on in the world of entertainment. And last night, I checked out two movies. I checked out Dunkirk and Valerian and the City of the Thousand Planets. And as I promised, I'm going to do my movie reviews. And for today, I'm going to be doing my Dunkirk review. And then on Sunday, I'll do my Valerian review, because I know today is going to be a pretty packed day with Comic-Con and all the trailers and stuff that's going to be released later today. So let's just get this Dunkirk review out so we can get ready for Comic-Con later today. So let's start with Dunkirk, because that's the one I want to talk about the most. So Dunkirk, as all of you guys know, is the latest Christopher Nolan movie, and it is based off of the Battle of Dunkirk in Belgium, I believe. I think that's where it actually is. Yep, Christopher Nolan written and directed it, and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on it. So, before we get down with the review, I just want to tell you that I am a huge Christopher Nolan fan. I love Christopher Nolan's style of directing, and I love the movies that he's made. But Dark Knight trilogy was fantastic. It's one of the best trilogies of all time, in my opinion. And I love Interstellar. Interstellar, I know, had some mixed reviews. Like, I know some people liked it, some people hated it. Like, some people were kind of offensive of it. I thought Interstellar was great. I thought it was a great, great film. And now we're here with Dunkirk. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but is this Christopher Nolan's first war movie? Let me know in the comment section below, because I'm pretty sure this is Christopher Nolan's first war movie that he has done. And I will tell you right now that it is freaking awesome. That's what I'm going to tell you right now to start off my review. So, as always, I'm going to give you my positives, my negatives, and my overall score out of 10. So let's start off with the positives for Dunkirk. The first thing that I gotta tell you that I really liked about the movie, and it's the one thing that I was giving praise for when it came out of the theater, was the cinematography. The cinematography in this film is fantastic. There is some really beautiful shots, especially when there's the jet scenes are going around, when the dogfight scenes are happening. The cinematography is so breathtaking. It's very well done. And there's just some really beautiful looking shots. And this was shot in some of the shots was filmed in IMAX and in 70mm frame. So it just looked really good. And the sound design was also fantastic. When the gunshots are going off and the war sounds, like the planes flying around and the ships blasting and explosions, you really feel like you are in this war with these characters, and it's just gripping and exciting. And that's the two things that stood out for me, was the cinematography and the sound design. Also, the way that the movie is made is also very interesting, because the movie's split into three parts: the mole, the sea, and the air. It's told from three different perspectives, and I think that I think that's a really, really nice and really interesting way to present the story. So you get to see one perspective from the land, you get to see one perspective from the sea, and you get to see one perspective from the air. And I think that that's really, really, really cool. And I think that that's just really cool. It's called a non-linear narrative, and I think that that's a really interesting way to introduce this type of story, because they could have gone a completely different direction, but they decided to do it in this direction. And I love this direction. This was a really nice direction for this type of movie. Of course, the fight scenes, like the war scenes, like especially the dogfight scenes. The dogfight scenes were awesome. I love the dogfight scenes in this movie, especially the ones with Tom Hardy, which, by the way, he did a pretty good job in the movie. And the thing that I'll get to, it's in my negatives, but it'll come in a later thing. Yeah, Dunkirk was pretty awesome. I liked a lot of the stuff that went down. Now let's talk about the negatives. The only negative that I really have for Dunkirk is that it's a silent film. That's what I should tell you before you walk in. This is a silent movie. Not really a silent movie the whole way through. There's a few times where people talk. But for a good majority of the movie, there's not a whole lot of dialogue. It's a lot more of the picture telling the story. And it's it's kind of the same thing I said for War for the Planet of the Apes. It's more of the picture is telling the story rather than the characters. So that's what I loved about Dunkirk. I like that it just, the picture told the story rather than, you know, the characters telling us. So, but the negative they have is that we don't really get to know these characters a whole lot. Like, we don't get to really know the whole lot about the characters, and I guess it's not really a huge negative for me because the way that they're presented, you kind of get who they are. Like, you get that one of them's a soldier, you get that one is a pilot, you get that one is, you know, from is a rescuer. Like, you get each person's perspective, you get like where they are in the story. It's just that I wish that I would have known them better as characters. But other than that, guys, Dunkirk was a fantastic film. I thought it was very well done. I just love the narrative that they did for this film. I just thought it was really well done. Seeing it from 3 different perspectives. And the sound design was fantastic. The cinematography was on point. And I think the pacing was also very well done. It was a very, very thrilling and intense film to watch. And I really like this film. I'm going to go pretty high for Dunkirk. I'm going to give it a 9.3 out of 10. 93%, which goes to an A. I think that it is a really good film. I think that it's really well done. And I think that you guys definitely need to check this out. Because there's not a lot of CGI also. Just to let you know, there's a lot of practical effects. And I love that about this movie. I love that they use practical effects. And it's not CGI work. So, in case you guys are worried that the explosions and such is going to be CGI work, don't worry. It's all practical, and it looks freaking awesome. So make sure you guys go check that out. Make sure you guys go check out Dunkirk, and that is my review for Dunkirk. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts about Dunkirk in the comment section below. And tomorrow I will do my Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets review when all the Comic-Con buzz is died down. And that is it for my Dunkirk review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, as we end these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.